Yo, it's your boy MJ himself. Welcome back to New Heat Spotlight. I'm here with K3.
What's the deal, big dog? What's poppin', dog? How you doing, man?
Oh man, solid, man, solid. You know, it's been a trying day, but you know we gonna keep it pushing.
Hey, it be like that sometimes, man. It be
always,
like that.
always. So man, let's jump right into it.
Yeah,
let me
definitely.
know, let me know, and let the world know a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm from Indianapolis,
Okay.
reside in the Midwest. I started doing music probably when I was about 18 or 19. I grew up singing in church, you know, like a lot of singers and things like that.
Okay.
Realized I had a little thing going with it, man, and started getting a little following. And then pretty much what happened is when I was younger, and I started singing, I did a contest, opening up for Mike Epps, because Mike Epps ran that or whatever. And then ended up winning. I don't know how, but I ended up winning this shit. So from there, man, I did a big show down at the Pacer Stadium, man, and things just kind of took off from there. I joined up with his production team, and you know they kind of helped me network and things like that. And I kind of just ended up doing my own thing musically. Started going on a couple tours. I was actually in college. I went to Purdue, so I was doing music while I was in school. So I was traveling a lot, and that shit was hectic. So yeah, man. Ever since then, I've just been developing myself as an artist, learning the business and how things work. I was blessed enough to. Pretty much singers that I looked up to, you know, on social media and things like that, ended up becoming friends with them and stuff like that. So following them and really, you know, kicking down doors to get my foot in. And from there, man, things just started looking up. So next thing you know, I'm traveling around all over the country doing music and shit like that. So blessed, man. No complaints. No complaints.
I feel it. So how was the touring? I mean, you talked about you were in college and you were touring, you were traveling. Tell me, you at Purdue, which is a prominent school.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah. It was really rough, man. That was probably a milestone that I would say in my music career because I ran into a lot of problems. It's not easy being a full-time student at a school like that, you know, school of engineering and things like that, and then trying to do music. A lot of people told me that it just wasn't going to work because I'm really like pretty much colliding professionalism, corporate, and entertainment. You know, those are two whole different worlds and shit. So I mean,
trying to fuse them together.
Man.
It's like trying to put two magnets together that's positives. No, it's not gonna work.
People thought I dropped out because I wasn't at school all the time. You know what I mean, out there grinding and stuff like that. So I had to work with my professors and tell them the things that I was doing or whatever. And you know, I was blessed enough that they worked with me. You know, I sometimes had to take late exams or turn in homework late and shit like that. It was real difficult. I was driving a lot. You know, in college, you struggling trying to make it just to graduate in the first
I know
place.
Grambling State was a trying time for me. I get it.
It's ugly. I ended up graduating and getting my bachelor's.
Yeah, because guess what? we don't do no school scams over here.
Nah,
you
we
feel
don't
me?
do that. We don't do that shit. So yeah, no, grinded it out, man. Got it done, and I freed up a lot of time to really put more time into music. But it was difficult, man. It was real fucking difficult. But I'm glad I did finish. You know what I mean? It's something that you just want to have under your belt. You don't want to be out here looking like no idiot, you know, stuff like that. So having that education was real important. But got it done, man. Got it done.
That's real. So let's transition over into the music side of it. During those times, how many projects had you dropped, or were you dropping projects, or were you just dropping singles?
I was strictly dropping singles. Like I couldn't make enough time to really put my energy, you know, everything into dropping a whole project, because I knew in my mind dropping a project, you gotta put, it has to surface. You gotta put things around it. You know, you got campaigns and promotion and things like that. And at that time when I was doing shows and things like that, and you know, build my network, being around professional singers and things like that, they kind of put you in a different light, you know what I mean? Put you know, a different tier from, you know, doing music locally and things like that. So I never wanted to drop a project until I was absolutely ready, and I felt like it was something that I put my all into, you know, the business behind it and things like that. So during college, I never dropped a project. I just dropped singles, shot videos for them, promoted those, and then I just toured with that. And so after college, and you know, after I got things a little bit more stable, essentially, that's when I was just like, all right, it's time to drop this project, man. There's been a ton of people like, yo, when you're dropping this project, when you're dropping it, we need this music. And so you know, I took my time with it, but I'm glad I did, because you know, in this industry, once you put yourself out there like that, that's all you got. You know what I mean?
Real.
And so it's a lot of people that's so quick, a lot of artists that's so quick to put out their music because they just want people to hear what they got to say, not really thinking about the business aspect of it. So I took my time with it, but it's out, it's moving, so I'm happy. I'm happy.
Okay. So, got some good answers over here. I feel like you media trained real well, man.
I've had no media training ever, bro. I've never had no media training. Yeah.
Man, okay, so let's talk about the album, Kriss.
Yeah. So the album Kriss, when I first was starting recording for the album, I wasn't sure if I wanted, because I mean I'm an R&B artist, you know, at heart. I sing R&B, but I like hip hop. You know, I grew up on hip hop, so I didn't know if I wanted to stick with the hip hop lane or strictly stick with the R&B lane. So I kind of just like took polls, trying to figure out, you know, what do y'all want to hear? What would y'all want to hear from me?
From you. Yeah.
And so I don't know, it was a mix. It was just like, yo, we like yo poppy move or whatever, but we really like when you get to the nitty gritty singing as well, because at that time R&B wasn't back yet. You know, we in this wave right now.
Yeah, we're in a wave where it's trying to push.
Yeah.
It's just saying.
Exactly. So and me, like I grew up listening, you know, Keith Sweat and you know,
the Jodeci's.
Yeah, the Jodeci's and Earth, Wind and Fire and things like that. So like real music like that. So it was just like, it was kind of like a battle mentally of what I wanted to put out, but I think I found a good balance. I threw a little hip hop in there, but majority of the EP is actual R&B singing. Okay,
and I know we talked, you know, you just touched on, you know, the old R&B. Is that like a staple for you, like a motivation for you, like when you made this album and when you just make songs in general? Is that like the mindset that you're trying to grasp? Or are you trying to tap into that, you know, to that vibe, or is it really just?
I try to, yeah, but I try not to at the same time live too much in the past as well. Okay. You know what I mean? Because just like there has to be a foundation, because at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people are making music that they're not actually feeling, but they're making it just sound good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sonically, it sounds good, but they don't feel it in their soul.
Yeah.
I get it.
And you got to think about those things, man, because like when you performing, if you're not feeling what you really, you know what you made, it shows. And so I do try to keep that as a grounding foundation for when I'm recording and things like that. But at the same time, I'm okay with change. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with throwing a little bit of right now into it as well. So
that's real, yeah. You always need to tap in with what's going on in the present, because the present is really what's going to shape the future, and then the kids, and it's really in my head, I got the 22 and below to about like 13 really running music. They're really pushing that forward. Yeah. And now we can't tell no 12, 13-year-old about, you know, love. Yeah. Because they're not really tapping in. I mean, they're gonna love it, but it's just like it's not like back when I was 13 and I'm listening to, you know, these are the signs I'm listening. It's a different vibe.
I don't understand that. Yeah. So I feel you on that, man. And those are the things you gotta think about, man. Because even when I'm recording real R&B, I gotta think like, you know, right now the young wave, you know, they don't really understand that, you know what I mean? They don't. Some of them do, and you still got to throw something out for those that do, but you got to keep that in mind that they might not understand that, because we come from real R&B,
a real story.
Yeah, so that's my take on that, but it works, man. It works. I'm happy with the songs that are out. I think that some of the songs with the wave, and there's some songs that you just want to fuck to or something. You know what I mean? Something like that. So you gotta have that balance. So I think I did a good job with that, man. Yeah.
Okay. So on this album, are there any features?
No features.
No features. All you.
All me.
So since that is all you.
Yep.
What is your favorite track that you did on the album?
Man.
The stripper joint is mine. I'm just going.
You know, a lot of people fuck with that song, man.
I was slapping it on the way here.
A lot of people rock with that song. And it's crazy because when I recorded that song, I was working with a producer back in Indianapolis named Christopher Kelly. And we were just in the studio. I wrote that song. I was just in my car. That's a lot of times I write my songs like that, just sitting in my car at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, vibing out. You know
man,
what I mean?
Man, sitting in the car is underrated. You need to sit in the car at least.
Man,
when you get home, I bet you just sit, man. Everybody that's listening right now, look, go home.
Sit in your goddamn car.
And just sit there.
Sit in the car, bro. Like, I'm telling you, you will make bangers in the middle of the night. And so I just wrote that song before I even heard the instrumental. And so when we went to the studio, we were working on a completely different song. And he was just like, yo, listen to these bangers I came up with. And I heard the beat. And I'm like, yo, I just wrote something 2 nights ago that'll fit this perfectly. And then we just said, fuck it. We recorded it. And the song came out dope as hell. A lot of people rock with that. And that song is a little bit... To me, it's a little bit controversial in the sense that it's a stripper song, but it's slow. So it's just like
strippers, you better know how to dance.
you gotta know how to move to that. You gotta be a specific type of stripper to dance to that song. So
facts.
Yeah, a lot of people rock with that, but my favorite song on there is probably "Ordinary Love."
Okay.
"Ordinary Love." It got a little vibe to it. It's a bop, you know.
Personal. There's a lot of personal story in that one.
In "Ordinary Love," nah, I wouldn't say so. Honestly, not a personal story behind it. Most of my songs is not personal stories. To be perfectly honest, when I write it is different, and it's kind of crazy because people that work with me, they always like, yo, write what you've been through and things like that, which is cool. But me, I like to think of scenarios that I'm not necessarily in, but I see other people in.
Oh yeah, man, we gonna have to talk. I got a couple stories.
Man. So when I hear other people's situations, especially when relationships, I'm like, yo, like this is going on. Boom! I just thought about something that quick, and the melody will come, and I'm gonna write about your situation. You know what I mean? And not make it about me.
That's real.
Yeah.
And then make it come to life with the visuals.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, so how the visuals coming along?
Right now we're working on a visual for the new song, the single 100 Bands. We really want to put a lot into that video, man. So I'm taking my time with that as well. Definitely want to move the single, online and things like that, get numbers going before we drop a visual. And a lot of times, people are just like, yo, where the video? And it's just like, people don't really understand. The video don't gotta be out yet. Like,
exactly.
For example, girl LMA, that song "Boot Up."
Yep, she didn't have a video. That song's like 2-3 years old.
Man, me and my bro was bumping that song like in 2016. You know what I mean? And then the video just dropped last summer. Right, sure. So it's just like, you do it at your pace. You know what I mean? So
because they're all gonna catch on, and it's when they catch on, then it's like, man,
yeah.
Oh, I need the visual.
Yeah.
But now the song's been out so long, it's just like, man, it's been out this long, there's no visual. Oh, it's got to be heat.
Yep. So I think of it that way, man. Let me put my time into the video. Think of a good concept, but we definitely working on it. Yep.
So would you say you're a perfectionist when you get to the studio, or is it more like just go with the flow?
Nah, I'm more on the perfectionist side. I'm really like stubborn in a lot of things in life, so that definitely drives towards music as well. I like things the way that it works out in my mind. I know things don't always work out as planned, but I want it to be damn near as close as possible. You know what I'm saying? So I am pretty nitpicky with that. Whether it's videographers or the makeup artists, or you know what I mean, wardrobe, whatever the situation may be. I want it to be right.
The wardrobe, the stylist, the makeup artist. Okay, man. So you got a fruit platter too?
It gotta be right.
Oh man,
it gotta be right.
So tell me what the studio situation is when you walk in. What do you have to have in the studio?
Me, the only thing that I do before I record, I don't need anything in the studio or whatever. I do like it dark because I like to vibe out and be in my own head. But me, my main thing is I gotta run before I record. Like, that's my biggest thing.
You gotta run.
Yeah, but I run before I record because for me it opens up my vocal passage and breathe. People don't understand, like when you get on that mic, it picks up every fucking thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it picks up all that, man. So
I feel it.
You gotta have your breathing right. So that's literally my only thing before I record is I need to go run. Just let me go out and run. I'm gonna run a couple blocks, get my breathing right, and then I'm good, man. I don't like a lot of people in the studio. Me the producer, and maybe one other person. I don't do all that cluster recording and everybody doing. Nah, man, nope. And that's probably why I record by myself all the time. A few of the songs on that EP I produced myself.
Okay.
Or I engineered myself. Let me correct myself. My cousin did a lot of the beats on there, but as far as engineering, I engineer them by myself. I got to be in my own zone.
Okay. So you really a jack of all trades when it came to this album. You really put your carbon print is all over this album.
Yep, the cover art for the album, I did it. Yep, the songs I engineered, I wrote them. I wrote everything on there actually. I didn't even co-write on that album. So yeah, and that's why I take my time, because I got to do it all right, man.
You just dabbled in, you songwrite. You didn't have a co-writer for this.
Mm-hmm.
Have you co-written for anybody else, or gone into other studio sessions and helped people write songs or write hooks, or how does that go for you?
I know a lot of people hit me up for hooks. I usually just record them on my own, but as far as working with other people, the only thing that I do, I don't really like writing on other people's songs right now. Because if I'm gonna write on your song, the paperwork gotta be right. You know what I mean? So if we're not gonna do that, then I'm gonna let you do your thing. What I will do though is I've been in studio sessions with a number of artists and I'll vocal coach. Because a lot of times singers don't understand the concept of harmonies and how you sing them, enunciating with those harmonies to make it sound
smooth,
crisp. You know what I mean? So I've definitely been in a lot of studios and just help people record. But I kind of stay away from the writing right now. Now, when my album does a little bit more than than what I'm wanting it to do, then I can start going into publishing and things like that. But I definitely want to ride into that too.
You got it all. check.
Yeah.
I feel it. You got to be on top of your business, especially in this industry, because everybody's willing to, and it's not. And it sucks that you have to say, well, it's true that everybody's willing to take advantage of it. Willing. It's not. It's like it's like their second nature. It's like, oh hey, how can I take care of you?
Yeah.
How can I take care of you? But is it really take care of you when they're pocketing the majority of the profit and you're out here running around no gas?
Yeah. That's how it be, man. You gotta look out for yourself.
Definitely. So, has there been a time where you had to step away from a situation because it wasn't favorable for you?
Yeah. I've actually been offered a 360 deal. I won't say with what label because I don't want to fuck them up.
I feel it.
But I've been offered a deal, and a lot of people don't know that I had to turn it down. I don't tell people because they like, yo, why you turn that down? Like, you trying to get your foot in the door and things like that. And I'm like, yo.
Was it $1 million?
Nah.
Okay, then we excited.
It wasn't even in advance at all. So it was just
it was for sure just trying to use you.
Man, and I was just like, yo, it's too many artists that are getting shelved out here. You know what I mean? And I just don't want to get tied up. I don't want to get tied up
in
like
paperwork.
That. Yeah,
you can't put nothing out.
Especially if I don't have my team together. I need people that, you know what I mean, that kind of, because I can't do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm writing songs, I'm engineering them, I'm putting shoots together and shit like that. Yeah. I'm trying to stay away from the business side as much as I can so I can keep my creative juices going, you know what I mean? Because when you get as an artist, and if you're trying to do the business, it takes away from creativity. So, yeah, man, I'm staying in that lane. Fuck all that other noise.
I feel it. So what's coming up next? So you got the album's out.
Yeah.
All platforms.
Yes, sir.
You got videos coming out. There's already videos out. You got videos coming out.
Yep.
For 100 Bands coming next.
Yep. That's the move.
What's after that? We got tours. We got what shows you got coming up next.
We're booking right now. Trying to see the best route to take when it comes to shows, because I took a long break from performing. I used to perform in the Midwest all the time, but I took a long break because I really wanted to get the EP together and things like that, and as well as building a team and whatnot. So I have a lot of people that mentor me that's in the industry right now, and I'm extremely thankful for them. So getting back in the shows and things like that, it's a process. But I've already started performing again. I just performed here at Simple Bar in LA, and we're trying to figure out if we want to perform more over here or down in the Atlanta area and things like that. So we booking shows. It'll be posted, you know, on my social media when more shows come up. But right now we really want to focus on the internet wave, promoting it. But I mean, the shows is coming for sure.
Cool. Yeah. So let the people know how to get a hold of you, where we streaming. Tell them, you know, send them everything.
Yeah, man. So social media, official _ K3, pretty much on everything. You can find me on there. My album is on SoundCloud. It's on all streaming platforms. So that's your iTunes, your Apple Music, your Tidal, your Spotify, your Jamsters, Clamsters, Websters, anything that you can think of that's streaming music, it's on that mug. So you can find me on there. And then we're probably going to put up another website. I used to have a website. I took it down. So probably going to put another one up here soon. So yeah, find me on there. Tag me. Shout out. I respond to people, man. I hate when artists, they start getting a little notoriety and they act like they don't know nobody no more. Yeah, it's just like, come on, bro. You ain't got to be like that. So I respond to everybody and things like that. I
for sure be on Twitter. What?
Oh, man.
What?
Twitter figures you going.
Who you talking to? Bro, I just seen you pick your nose.
Yeah. Just saw you at the mall, bro. Chill out. Yeah, so, yeah, nah, man. I respond to everybody. I appreciate all the love that I get on social media and things like that. So try to stay grounded with that. But, yeah, hit me on the gram, man. Hit me on the gram.
For sure, man. Your gram is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. Ladies,
gram is interesting.
It's definitely a lady thing. I'm pretty sure he's taken. Yep. So let me go ahead and get that. Ladies, don't DM after 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't need the DMs.
Did you feel me? He don't need the DMs. Just double clack and go ahead and pick the music, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
Pick up the music.
I personally, I really like the stripper song, so
man.
I'm definitely gonna play it on the way home.
Yeah,
when I get to San Diego.
Yeah, bump it.
I know the lady who.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's a cool ass song, man. And I got some DJs, they play it in clubs, you know, on a cool down or whatever. It's a strong vibe.
It's real.
So yeah,
it's gotta be, man. I enjoy it, and like I tell everybody that comes, like when you're here, it's something that I believe in the music. There's something in the music that I believe in, and the fact that the way you talk about it, the way you work, and the fact that you're hands-on, I definitely understand what it's like to have to be hands-on in everything and still have to keep the creative juices flowing. So on top of that, the fact that you could do that, and I used to be able to sing, I can't sing no more. So now I just take when oh, you can sing? Oh, hey, bro, look, I need you to, put this on recorded, and then I'm going to send it off to the girl so she can, oh, my gosh, you sung this? Yeah. Nah, I had somebody, do it for me, you feel me? He's just trying to save me.
Hey, man, I done done that a couple times when people didn't have, hey, I'm taking this girl on a date, you think you can come sing at this restaurant? Yeah. I done did that plenty of times.
Ching.
Yes, sir.
I feel it.
Get that cash, man. Get that cash. Get this money.
I appreciate you for coming through, my guy.
Appreciate you for having me.
Solid, man. You already know it's MJ himself. This is New Heat Spotlight. Make sure you check everything out on YouTube, IG, Twitter, everything. Flight Life Film. Shout out my man Mars. He got everything. Shout out Kriss, K3.
Yes,
it's K3. Kriss is out now. You feel? I knew it. I knew it was gonna mess it up. I knew it. But man, I appreciate you for having my man. Blessings, my man.
Thank you.
It's New Heat Spotlight, man. Let's get it.
All right.